I'm just going to go straight into battle with these FCA recon group, and I hope that we're going to do okay. Hello Reformers, and welcome back to Freeman. Now, when we left off, we were, well, just leveling up our forces, and that's exactly what we're doing right here. However, I am going to be attacking, if this battle is moderately successful, one of the major factions in the game. And I know I said in the previous episode, it's going to be unlikely if we're going to be able to do that. Yeah, because it kind of is, you know, it's kind of unlikely that we're going to get a really good resolution to any kind of battle with these guys. But I've decided that I'm going to attack the FCA, if that is indeed possible. Maybe I'm going to be able to find a decent enough, well, shall we say, enemy party to take advantage of in many respects, because sometimes they're really powerful and other times they're not so much. So I'm hopeful that I'll be able to find a party that has, well, either very limited amounts of elite rangers or none at all, if at all possible. But yeah, it's really just a matter of kind of luck, I suppose. But yeah, as you can see, I've actually moved our forces into this kind of tree line here because, I mean, it's a pretty nice spread as well, I feel. But anyway, you can see here that this is a wonderful elevation that we've got going on here. And maybe we actually want to move one of our other forces over here and move them over there. But obviously, some of them are not in cover, and that is obviously going to make a bit of a difference to their effectiveness. What's actually going on here? Look at that. I'm double-clicking, but it doesn't seem to make a waypoint. Weird. All right, well, never mind. Let's just move these guys over here. Okay, maybe it's just because it's too close to their original position. Maybe that's what it is. Anyway, I'm just going to move these guys around a little bit just to make sure that they are in the best possible positions. And yeah, we're going to wait for these guys to come in from here, and these guys are going to... Whoa, that's very far away, isn't it? I actually was thinking to myself that I'm going to move into this tree, sort of forestry area right here, because... well, I thought there was only one arrow, and then I thought, oh, let me just zoom out real quick, make sure that I'm not getting ambushed, and yes, it actually turns out that I may have been, you know, a little bit overzealous in my thinking there, but now that we're aware of it, we should be fine. But it is literally just a matter of time before our opponents see us, and bear in mind that these are all the lowest level squads that I actually have in my army at the moment, so I'm hopeful that at least one of them will gain a level, and if they do not, then I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do, because literally I have searched high and low for this bandit party, and the only other bandit parties I could find were literally with about 10 units, and well, that's not really going to give us the greatest amount of rewards, so I decided just to kind of ignore them. And bear in mind that I've only seen 2 of those in comparison to the 129 band that we're currently fighting. So yeah, I'm actually kind of weirded out by this for a second, because I mean, yeah, I know that these guys are going to move along here, but you'd think that they might spread out a little bit and kind of show themselves a little bit earlier, but apparently they're being a bit stealthy and a little bit sneaky, and yeah, I don't think that's very good for them, to be honest, because, well, I guess it is, because it is keeping them alive, I suppose. But anyway, point is, we're going to be attacking the FCA after this, and oh yeah, I should also mention that the terrorists, the Uman Brotherhood, they are actually nowhere to be seen. So if you're thinking, oh, maybe you should attack the Brotherhood again, well, I actually would like to, because they're the ones that are going to probably give us the most amount of experience and the most amount of money as well for a successful battle. But it seems like they're nowhere. And I take a look, actually, at the info screen, and it says that they have 0 military power. So I can only assume that they have been eliminated from the game in comparison to the bandits, who are sticking around pretty considerably, and they actually have a lot of military power still remaining. So, as you can see, there are the enemies. They've decided to sort of hole up over there, which is not exactly great. That means I'm going to have to move all my forces over, which I'm not very pleased about because I actually had a pretty nice spread going on here as well, but oh well, never mind. Let's just get everyone moving in the same direction, and we'll try and maybe lay some ambushes or something like that, but I don't really see that as being a necessity for victory here, especially considering they are bandits. But yeah, I'm kind of a bit perplexed as to why the Brotherhood was eliminated so easily in comparison to the bandits, which we've eliminated many, many days ago. And, well, not eliminated, but we've taken their only town. I mean, maybe I need to take a look at the world map and actually just see whether the bandits have something else, but I don't think they do. I think I have verified that they don't have any other fiefs to speak of, any other strongholds or anything like that, so it's a bit weird how they would, you know, maybe still be around, but oh well, never mind. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to just move these guys over here. I'm going to go with the forward attack squad here. And yeah, I know that splitting up is not necessarily the greatest thing to do, but I think considering we're up against these guys, I think we can kind of take a little bit of a liberty here, because I'm able to kill quite a few with this wonderful rifle. It's an ANS 72, and I very much like using it. And maybe once these guys get over here, we'll have a nice... Oh, they're getting killed already. Why are they getting killed already? That's a little bit interesting. Okay, I'm not entirely sure why, but okay. Let's move these guys up here. And I'm going to try and get over this ridge here to maybe provide some covering fire, some suppressing fire, suppression, whatever. And we're going to see if I can maybe give our guys a little bit of a chance to recuperate, because it seems like they're being eliminated weirdly. I'm not entirely sure why. Okay, where are they? Is that one right there? That is one right there. Are you serious? Come on now. Get out of there. Get out of the grass. Yes. And now I took a huge amount of damage. Oh well, that's what a medkit is for. Unfortunately, my armor is now depleted relatively much, but that's okay, because we've kind of uncovered where the opponent is. And we should be able to tackle them no problem at all. Alright, so let's tell these guys to start moving forward. And I think we're also going to tell these guys to go around here. And I'm being shot, of course I am. I should really stay prone. I don't know why I'm not staying prone. An enemy squad is already fleeing. Well, I don't blame them, I suppose. Ah, there we go. One of our squads has leveled up. That's fantastic. Alright, so hopefully these guys are going to start moving forward, because we are going to need them to do so. I'm going to actually tell these guys to retreat, just because they may be the ones that leveled up, and I don't really want them to now perish for nothing. I wonder where the rest of them are. I mean, they're obviously shooting me, so they obviously know where I am, but yes, a little bit difficult to really pinpoint them. Ah, there they go. It's very difficult in all this foliage to actually be able to see them. I'm going to actually use my other medkit here, because I'm a bit worried about being absolutely murdered, considering my armor is now shot to pieces. well, there's only 7 left, so I assume going into a nice charge would probably finish things up relatively well. So let's try and do that. Not going to send my Posner conscript squads in here because they're a little bit low in HP, I guess, but otherwise we're going to send everyone else in. And they should be able to eliminate them pretty easily. And there you go. Nice. Okay, so we did have a bunch of friendly casualties, but that is to be expected considering we were kind of, you know, charging at them a little bit there. And I'm going to just obviously take the money and all that wonderful stuff. Okay, there you go. Done. Oh, wait a minute. I need to take that pistol. There we go. Alright. So, one of my groups did actually level up, so that is going to make a big, big difference. And hopefully, what are they going to level up into? They're not going to level up into the snipers, obviously, not just yet. But they're going to be the infantry squad. Alright, well, that's absolutely fine. There we go. And there we go. Alright, so let's pay the salary. Get everyone back up to 100. Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, so these guys right here, I'm probably going to be attacking them very, very soon. You can see that over here they have an FCA recon group with only 3 infantry squads and 3 FCA recruits. Squads, that is. And so I think that's probably going to be our best bet in terms of attacking them next. And it's kind of weird. They have, you know, kind of strongholds all over the place. And I personally feel like this one is probably going to be the first one I'm going to be attacking. But just bear in mind that the FCA have absolutely amazing grenadiers. They're very good at using their grenades. And obviously elite rangers as well are going to be a pretty formidable opponent to deal with. But I think if we're going to be attacking anyone, we should probably be attacking them, because I don't really want to run into, for example, 7 sniper squads, as you can see right here in this base of the Posner. And I don't really want to go against, well, let me see if I can actually, can I mouse over? Yeah, there we go. I don't really want to go against 10 heavy infantry squads in the garrison at Lipno. I think that is crazy, absolutely crazy. And I think you're going to need to have at least the same amount or more of these elite troops to be able to even stand a chance. And I think that's just insane. I think that is a bit too insane for me at the moment. So I'm gonna just spec 1 more point. Actually, should I spec 2 more points in that? Nah, we're just gonna go for that. And I'm gonna go for another point in steady shot, make our accuracy a little bit better. Let's give ourselves some of this and a med kit. And I should probably just go in here real quick just to buy 1 more medkit. Actually, I'm going to buy 3 more medkits, or however many they have. Thank you very much. And then we should be able to equip that as well. There we go. Alright, so I have a bunch of food, which is fantastic. And I do have some guns, but I'm not going to sell them here. I'm just going to go straight into battle with these FCA recon group. And I hope that we're going to do okay. Alright, so as you can see, I've deployed my squads in a pretty reasonable formation, at least in my opinion, because what's going to happen here is that, as you can see if I zoom out, these bandits, these bandits, yes, I'm calling them bandits. No, this FCA squad is going to be coming in from over here. Now, I assume they're probably going to go in some kind of sweeping pattern, so they're probably just going to go like this and a little bit of a, you know, snaking pattern just to make sure that they absolutely see everyone. And if they don't do that, then they're just going to go straight forward. And they're going to go into this. Now, this is pretty even ground as far as I can see. And if they don't do that and they just go straight, they're going to be caught in this ravine down here, which is already being overlooked by an elite infantry squad and a heavy infantry squad. And so they're going to get cut down pretty easily. And obviously the trees are going to give us a little bit of cover, not that much. But anyway, that's not the interesting bit. The interesting bit is that hopefully, if we're able to, I'm going to get these 2 Posner sniper squads that I have right here into the battle pretty early, because you can see here, this environment, I've put one here, and I'm going to put my heavy infantry there as a kind of escort. But yeah, put one here on either side, and they're going to be having a wonderful cone of fire right down this valley here. I think they should, at least. If they don't, then I'll have to reposition them in the battle, but I think we should be okay. Now, this guy is obviously going to be coming over here and assisting our sniper squad if anyone tries to attack them. So let's do this. Let's see if they're actually going to move, because I was a bit worried that they might get stuck on some of the machinery or some of the structures, so I didn't really want to spawn them right on top of that. Anyway, we are going to be going over with the main force that we have going on here. And then we're going to just take a brief look at what our formations are like. Because I've noticed that if you set a waypoint, sometimes that waypoint does not get, shall we say, confirmed. You know, sometimes the squad will be like, oh, I'd like to go to that waypoint, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to stay in the general area. And sometimes that happens. So I'm hopeful that we will be a little bit more fine here. Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. This is something I'm not particularly pleased about. There's a slight incline at the edge of this area here. And that means that if anyone decides to come up here, they're probably going to get cut down almost immediately, which is fantastic. That is a fine thing to happen. But obviously I would prefer if they had a little bit more long-range capability, so that's a bit of an issue. But you can see here that one of our sniper squads is refusing to move. Okay, now they're moving. Okay, weird. Hopefully we're going to have a pretty decent plan here. And even if these guys, and I'm talking about the enemy here, even if these guys decide to come over this slope, then our snipers are still going to be able to see them pretty easily. I was actually trying to find the greatest elevation for them, but yeah, that turned out a little bit difficult. Ah, there we go. Alright, so we're going to have to be a bit careful here. Or maybe we don't have to be careful at all, as you can see from our absolutely insane elimination of these enemies here. They really have not been able to attack us at all, because again, they come over this ridge and they just get shot down, because our allies are capable of literally just shooting at the one sole enemy. And that's actually a pretty decent idea, because obviously at the moment they have no targets. If they can't see them, then they have no targets to shoot at, and that's something that you got to take into account, I suppose. Now, I would actually like to shoot someone myself, but it seems as though that's not going to be happening anytime soon. You can see here that most of our forces are easily able to eliminate anyone, and yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised. I'm actually very surprised, because I really thought that we were going to have some major issues here. Ah, they might be coming over. They might be trying to flank us. The AI has been shown in previous episodes to be extremely wily and sneaky when it comes to flanking and taking certain maneuvers. So, is that no, never mind. It's just a branch. I thought that might be an actual enemy, but no, it was just a branch of a tree. Yes. Can you tell that I really want to shoot one of these guys just to see how difficult they actually are? But yeah, it's kind of not happening, is it? I mean, every single one of my squads at the moment has high morale. They literally have the highest morale they can have. They probably have about 95 plus, something along those lines. And I don't see it getting anywhere lower than that, because, well, you've seen this. You've seen this utter massacre. at the hands of the Reformian rebels, I guess. Yeah, okay. Yes, okay, well, anyway. I think we should be good. Yep, I think we should be good. What is that? Is that someone right there? I saw a muzzle flash, so I was thinking, ooh, there's an enemy there. Wow, who would have thought it? We actually eliminated them as fast or faster and better than a bandit party. Isn't that crazy? That is absolutely crazy. Okay, so let's have a look and see whether I can see where the enemies are. I actually can't see where the last one is. Oh, it's right in front of me. Alright, so where is he? Hello? Where are you? I actually don't know where you are. Oh, never mind. Apparently a sharpshooter knows where he is. That is crazy. Did you see that? 29 enemy casualties, 0 friendly casualties, but zero kills for me, which I suppose is okay because our forces could use the experience, kind of. Not really, because they're actually pretty good as it is. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so I don't have that much inventory space, so I'm not going to really be taking that much. I'll probably take this light Kevlar vest just to sell it. Most of the other loot, I feel, doesn't really necessarily need to be taken. Maybe early on in the game when you don't have that much money, taking everything is obviously a pretty good idea. But as we have so much at the moment, it's not really necessary. Alright, so I'm going to just imprison as many of these guys as I can, because they're free units, basically. If I'm able to persuade them to join us, they are basically free units, and I'll be able to put them in the garrison at Lubny or something along those lines. Now, if I want to, what I can do is I can go to, you know, the FCA little info screen right here, and I can just pay some tribute, and they'll be back up to 0, or neutral in this case, in about 5,000 credits. About 5,000 credits it will take, and then they'll be neutral with us again. So if we don't necessarily want to continue fighting them, then that is a good way of resolving the conflict. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.